In July 25th, 1979, he was born. My first child, my wife, Tricia, and me. And first of all, it was about the most fun part of my life ever. You look down there and you see something looking back at you that's kind of scary. It looks a little like you. When I got to around 18 months old, he was diagnosed with what is known as cystic fibrosis. And I actually took the x-ray on him. I went to Richardson Medical Center. A good friend of mine who I went to x-ray school with was the head x-ray technician there. And we took a chest x-ray on him. And when I saw the film, I knew he had severe pneumonia, but it was different looking pneumonia. So we took it to the radiologist that worked there, who's a doctor that specialized in reading x-ray film. And he looked at my friend, and I could see he's cutting his eyes like, I can't say this in front of me. I said, "Doctor, I don't care what you got going here, you can tell me." And he says, "Well, I want you to take this film, go back to your pediatrician, I'm gonna call him." I said, "Okay." So we went over there, and then the pediatrician said, "Your son may have cystic fibrosis. We're going to put you in Children's Medical Center." Cystic fibrosis is a total body disease. It affects the lungs and all glands. Your pancreas shuts down. It can't secrete enzymes that your body needs to break down food. So we went on, and Coby did real well. We ended up having our second child, which she tested free of cystic fibrosis. My wife, though, at the beginning did not accept Coby had anything wrong with him. And so my medical background kicked in, like I got to step up and do this once we kind of got her convinced. And she was just stubborn and hard-headed, like, I can't have a child that's sick. I mean, she ran up to the last week. She was running still 2 miles before she had him, and out there wobbling around, and probably helped him in the long run. But it's like, well, we're too healthy to have a sick child. Well, eventually she figured it out, that reality did kick in. We do have a child that's sick. It's just hard for a mother or a father to admit that. Then we got to know people at the hospital, of course, different diseases. He would say, "Hey, Daddy, that's my friend Leon over there. He said he's got cancer. He ain't going to have hair in a couple of days. Treatment's going to take him." So we're growing up a little bit. We found out, and at that time, I was doing part-time x-ray and full-time coaching and teaching at Wiley, Texas. And I found out real quick, it's real fun when we win, but it's not a big deal when we lose because we're fighting a little bit different battle at the house, and what the heck, just play when you can. Have the best time you can while we're upright if you can. And I was sitting there, and it was freezing cold outside. It was in December of 91. And I'm sitting there, and I doze off to sleep. We had the TV on, room's kind of dark. My wife was sleeping in the chair, and they had already told us to talk to people. And all of a sudden, I hear this voice, and it's Coby waking up, says, "Can anybody get anything to eat around here?" And it had been in a coma for about 3 days, and people were coming by seeing him, they thought maybe for the last time. And I go, "What?" He said, "Man, I'm about to starve. What are you doing?" And I go, "What do you want?" And so sandwich place across the street, he liked this meatball sub. And I just get up and run. I look at my wife, and I get up and I run out. I was a Presbyterian of Dallas. I run across the street. I get across, I go in. It's freezing, it's sleeting. And I have on a short sleeve shirt and sweatpants. And I go in there, and these people are just looking at me. I don't know if they thought I was homeless or whatever, But when I went in there, and the guy goes, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yeah, I got a son over here at Presbyterian, and he's been out for 3 days, and he woke up and wants a meatball sandwich." This guy puts it together, just gives it to me. I'm looking for money, and he goes, "Get out of here." People start applauding, and I'm thinking, I may go homeless and start trying this more. So anyway, but I get back, he eats it. He had so much steroids, it was fool's gold. But he was up, going around, and the doctor goes, Dr. Claude Prestridge at the time says, "Coby, you're like Superman. You just keep coming back." We got to Baylor Hospital. He had to have intestinal surgery to unblock something. And he kind of knew that this was the last go-round. He was pretty wore out. And one day I said, "Coby, I hate that you had to go through all that." He said, "That ain't going through nothing. This ain't nothing. People go through stuff a lot worse than this." He told his doctor just a few hours before he died, took his doctor's hands, put right here. He said, "Don't worry." And he just went to sleep, didn't wake up. So he always said, "I don't want people to forget me." And so I said, "I won't let them."